Hey, what's up everybody? Nick Lamone here from IGN, and today is a very exciting day. We've got the steam machine here in the studio, and I'm gonna do a little bit of unboxing. So enough talk, let's get to it. All right, this is the beautiful top-down view. We've got plenty of cardboard to take a look at. Let's start off with I assume the machine itself. Right in here, let's pull that out. I'll move this box aside later. Let's see, we've got some steam machine faceplates here. So we'll try to figure out how those snap on a little bit later. Looks like Valve sent us 2 of them. And then I assume that this is accessories, wires. Nothing in there, nothing in here. Let's go ahead and lose this box. All right, let's see. Oh, this is a Steam controller, as you can see from the labeling on the cardboard. So we kind of already know what that looks like, but for now, let's start with the steam machine itself. So here's what it looks like on the box itself. We'll get it from the top down view just to be safe. And now we open. Let's see if I can figure this out. All right, looks like it starts here. Well, this is kind of a complex cardboard. All right, there we go. It's got some heft to it. Alrighty. I think all the cables are in here, but for now, set that there. Let's see. You want to make sure you don't throw this bad boy away. I think it's got some cabling inside. Here we have our standard power supply for the steam machine. Don't forget to take the plastic off, otherwise you can't plug it in. And we have our HDMI. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the steam machine actually comes with an HDMI 2.0, and according to the Steam store page for the device, that should support 4K at 120 Hertz. That's what the Steam store page says. All right, there's that. Over here, we have all of our paperwork. Beautiful zoom in, Malk. And I think that's it for this. It's a heavy duty piece of cardboard, so I'm gonna set that aside. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, see a steam machine in person. All right, gotta unwrap it. This is the bottom. And cue Angelic Choir. Well, this is on pretty snug. I'm just gonna slide this off because keep it organized for whomever else needs it. And there you have it, the Valve steam machine. This thing is pretty sleek. Nice boxy design. Fairly heavy. As you can see here, we have our DisplayPort connection, we have our HDMI power supply, we have our Ethernet, 2 USBs and 1 USB-C in the back, and over here in the front we have additional USB-As along with what looks like a slot for a micro SD, and our power button. Underneath we have our 4 footholds along with some ventilation. And one more time on the back, just in case you didn't get enough the first time, the Valve branding. There you go. So that is the steam machine itself. We're gonna do some comparisons to other cube-shaped devices in just a moment, but before we do that, let's take a look at everything else we've got in here. I'll start off with the Steam controller. At this point, this is a little bit of old news. So this right now is basically a known quantity for anyone who might be watching this interested in the Steam machine and the Steam controller, but I am still waiting for my pre-order reserve to kick in. So Valve, if you're watching this, hook me up. I'll give you the money. You just gotta give me the privilege to pay you the money. And we also have the puck and USB-C cable in here, but I'm gonna set that aside for now. And now the faceplates. If you are inclined to customize your devices, this is the stock black front, which looks nice. Let's see what else we've got in here. This is, ooh, more unwrapping. Let's take a look. Pristine. Let's see. I think I've seen like a wood paneling finish for a front panel, and I thought that looked pretty slick. Right now, I do kind of love how this is just super low profile, like subtle. I don't often like to show that my computer is in a given space. Ooh, this is classy. So as you can see right here, this is a just delightful bright brick red / orange look, an orange box, if you will. Transforms your Steam Machine into an orange box, perhaps. One thing that's nice that maybe doesn't read particularly well on camera is that there is like this sort of felt material on top. So let's see if we can get a little felt ASMR. Yeah, that's for you watching at home. You know exactly who you are. I like it though. It's bright, it pops a little bit, but it's subtle enough and looks classy enough that I feel like it's gonna make the Steam Machine pop on any given entertainment stand without drawing too much attention to itself, which I really appreciate. Additionally, we have one more. I wonder if this is the wood finish one. Place your bets now. Ooh, this is a privilege right here. I get to do one of these bad boys. Love getting to do that. This, all right, moment of truth. Let's see what we've got. Let's unwrap this one as well. Let me set this aside. I always feel bad throwing the cardboard, but it is just cardboard. And now let's open this bad boy up. Oh yeah. Woo! I'm liking this one already. Yeah, this is like a beautiful like walnut. I don't know wood, man. While we're kind of articulating and trying to figure out what color this is, it's a darker wood finish. Looks really pretty. And again, this is just a nice way to subtly display the Steam Machine on any given entertainment center. So, you know, if you're going with something a little more, oh, I just noticed there's a magnet on it. You see that? It just sticks directly on. So I assume that if I remove this particular plate, oh my gosh, it's that easy. You just, boom, done. Dishes are done. That's great. What a happy little accident, but also, I mean, that actually makes me more inclined to actually want to get faceplates because it's as easy as magnetizing it. And I also cannot wait to see what people make and sell on like Etsy and stuff like that, because you know people are going to make some wild looking stuff. So on that note, Valve is actually releasing the CAD file for the faceplates, so people are going to be able to print their own out, make custom designs, you name it. People are going to figure out a way to display their given personality on their Steam Machine, and I think that's a really chill Valve move. Feels very in line with what they do already with stuff like Steam Workshop and things of that nature. But for me, for now, I'm just going to pop the wooden finish faceplate on just because I really love the way this looks, and honestly, this matches with my desk at home, so I don't know who I need to ask at IGN, but Papa's gonna bring this home with him. And I promised you that we would do a size comparison, so let me compare this to the only other cube-shaped device we have here at IGN, the GameCube. So immediately, big standout difference is the size difference. The Steam Machine is significantly larger than the Nintendo GameCube. I will say, no handle on the Steam Machine, so you're just gonna have to be very careful when you're transporting your given Steam Machine around. All right, now let's talk specs. So the Steam Machine comes with two different flavors. First flavor is gonna be your 512 gigabytes of storage. That one is $1049.99, and this one right here is actually the 2 terabytes of storage, which is $1349.99. But now let's talk nitty-gritty specs. The Steam Machine is rocking a semi-custom AMD Zen 4 CPU. It has a semi-custom AMD RDNA 3 GPU. In terms of memory, the Steam Machine is rocking 16 gigabytes of DDR5 and 8 gigabytes of DDR6 VRAM. As I mentioned previously, the storage comes in two different varieties. We have a 512 gigabyte NVMe SSD, or this one, the 2 terabyte NVMe SSD. Both models include a high-speed micro SD slot, which you can see right here in the front. In terms of connectivity, the Steam Machine offers Bluetooth 5.3 with a dedicated antenna. It includes a Steam controller, as I showed earlier, with a puck and USB-C, so you're going to be able to snap it on and connect wirelessly. If we flip the Steam Machine over on the back, we have a DisplayPort 1.4, which according to the Steam store page supports up to 4K at 240 Hz or 8K at 60 Hz. Don't know how many people have an 8K monitor out there, but if you do, you're in luck. The Steam Machine also supports HDR, FreeSync, and daisy chaining. In terms of HDMI, the Steam Machine, again, according to the Steam store page, has an HDMI 2.0 port, which supports up to 4K at 120 Hz. And of course, the HDMI also supports HDR, FreeSync, and CEC. Over back in the front, we have two USB-A 3.2 Gen 1 ports. And if we flip it back over to the back, we have two USB 2.0 high-speed ports and one USB-C 3.2 Gen 2 port in the back. And in terms of networking, we're keeping it simple with a gigabit Ethernet port. One thing that the Steam Machine has that may not be readily apparent since it's not plugged in at the moment is it does feature 17 individually addressable RGB LEDs for system status, customization, things of that nature. So if you love your RGB, you are in luck because you can customize it. And according to the official specs, this is 152 millimeters tall, 162.4 millimeters deep, and 156 millimeters wide. And in terms of weight, we're rocking approximately 2.6 kilograms. And of course, the Steam Machine is operating on Steam OS 3. And there you have it. That is the Steam Machine. I am loving how compact this thing is, and honestly, the magnet-based faceplate system is pretty slick. Just very satisfying to snap on new faceplates and, you know, make your own orange box. Unfortunately, that is all the time I have left with the Steam Machine, but if you're like me and can't get enough Steam Machine, make sure to stay tuned to IGN. We're gonna have a full review of the Steam Machine going out, as well as different performance capture of different games running on the Steam Machine. But for all things Steam and Valve, stay tuned to IGN.